What's up everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you a complete beginner's guide for the Google Pixel 6. This video is going to cover everything you're going to need to know to use your Pixel 6 to its maximum potential. We're going to start off with the initial setup process, then dive into some cool tips, tricks, and hidden features. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video, a complete beginner's guide for the Google Pixel 6. Once you get your Pixel 6 and then turn it on, it's going to take you to this page right here, and this is going to be the welcome to your Pixel page. This is initially where the startup happens, and this is how we're going to begin to set it up. So we're going to have our English and United States turn on, whatever language you are, just choose that. So we'll click English, United States, and then we're going to do assistive options. These are going to be certain different features such as vision settings or setting up your voice, but we're going to go back to that later. I'm just going to click get started right now to get the ball rolling on this. And now it's going to connect to your mobile network. So if you have a SIM card, insert that. For time's sakes, I'm not going to put the SIM card in right now, but you can do that, and it teaches you how to do that once you get your Pixel 6. So we're just going to click skip for now, and then it's going to connect to your Wi-Fi. So just make sure to connect to your Wi-Fi to get things rolling in the initial setup process, and then come right back to this video. After you put in your Wi-Fi information, it's going to take you to this page where it says getting your phone ready, and it's going to tell you this may take a few minutes, so just wait for it to be done downloading, and then we're going to come back to the next part of the setup process. After that page is done loading, it's going to take you to this page where it says copy apps and data. So basically this page is going to allow you to transfer your apps, photos, contacts, Google account, and more from your previous phone and devices to your Google Pixel 6. So virtually anything you want to go into your Pixel 6 you can have that you already had previously backed up in your other devices. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. We're going to click next right now. And then you're going to use your old device to plug in and connect to your Google 6. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. It depends what kind of phone you had before you got your Pixel 6 Pro. But if you did have an iPhone like I did, you're going to use your charger to charge your iPhone to connect these two. So it has this end to connect into your iPhone, then it has this end to connect directly into your Google Pixel 6. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and then once that's set up, we're going to begin to transfer data from my iPhone into the Pixel 6. So once you have your previous phone connected to your Pixel 6, I had an iPhone like I already said, so I used the iPhone charger to do that. But if whatever phone you had, you can just connect that with your Pixel 6, and then when they're connected, and you want to make sure you trust this device on your previous phone, so just click trust when that pops up. I already did that, and it's going to ask you to put in your password on your previous phone, and then you're good to go. It's going to say devices are connected, and on the next screen, you can sign into your Google account or create a new one. So I'm going to click next right here, and if you don't have one, you can just set one up, obviously. This is going to take a moment, but now the transfer process is going to be officially begin from your iPhone or whatever phone you previously had and your Google accounts. Once that's done loading, it's going to take you to your Google sign-in page where it's going to ask you to put your Google account email and password in, and then you're going to put those in, and then it's going to take you to this welcome page. You're going to read this agreement, just click agree, and then next is going to take you to the next page after that, and it's going to get ready to copy. So if you have a lot of data from your iPhone or your previous device, this may take a while. So this will take a few moments, and I'll come back to you guys in the next clip with that information. And as you can see, I got an email on my previous phone saying new sign-in on Google Pixel 6 Pro. So it's going to ask if you recognize this activity, and you're going to say yes, it was me, obviously, because you're the one connecting to it. And you won't be able to move on to the next steps unless you do this. So so remember to do this before moving on to the next process, or you'll have trouble moving on. One of the best parts about this transfer process is once the copying process is over, you get to choose which data you want to stay or get transferred to your Google Pixel 6. So for example, if you don't want certain things from your Google account or your old device transferred to your Pixel 6, then you can just deselect these certain categories of what you don't want to copy. I'm going to keep them all because I want all my data from my previous phone onto my new phone. So I'm going to click copy, but it's going to show you everything: apps, contacts, photos, videos, all the way to even calendar, notes, and device settings. So I'm going to click copy, and then it's going to say choose your apps, and it's going to show all the apps that you have on your previous phone, and it's going to, similar to the previous page, you're going to be able to select or deselect the apps you do not want or that you want on your new phone. I'm going to keep all of them just for the video's sake, and we're going to click copy. And now it's going to ask me to transfer my WhatsApp chats. I'm going to do this on a later date because most of you or some of you probably don't have WhatsApp, so there's no need to show this part. I'm going to click don't transfer, and then it's going to continue to copy my data, and I'll be right back with you guys once that part is done setting up. It's going to take you to this Google services page where it's going to ask you to tap to learn more about each of these services that Google provides. So if you want to use your location, allow scanning, send usage and diagnostic data, install updates and apps, I recommend reading through all of these to know or learn more information about them. I turned them all on, and I definitely recommend you should too. But before you do it, make sure you just read these, and we're going to click accept, and then it's going to back up your phone with the Google One. So you're going to use your Google account storage to back it up, and I'm going to click turn on for this video. And then it's going to ask you for additional legal terms. You're just going to click I accept after reading that. Make sure you do read it. And then you're going to make a PIN number. Once you come up with that PIN number, come back to this video so we can move on to the next step. After you set up that PIN, we're going to set up our fingerprint unlock. I definitely recommend using this. It's much easier than having to type in your PIN number every time you go on your Pixel 6. So basically, you're going to use your fingerprint to unlock your phone or verify it's you, like when you sign into your apps or get into your phone or approve a purchase. So I'm going to click more, and then it's going to give you more information about that. I recommend reading all of that. And then we'll click more again. And then it's going to say how to set up fingerprint. So basically what we're going to do is the fingerprint sensor is on your screen. You'll capture the fingerprint on the next screen. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to do this. Basically, I'm going to hold this down, and then it's going to move a little bit around this circle. So you're going to want to do this until the circle is fully surrounded with blue. So we're going to keep doing this until that. But you guys have probably got the gist of it. So as you can see, you want to hold it for a certain amount of time so it can continue, and it'll let you know if you're doing things correctly, if you're not doing them correctly, and what needs to change. But come back to me and come back to this clip after you guys have your fingerprint set up. If you're done through that process, you're going to have your fingerprint added to your Google Pixel 6, and we are ready to go. So now you can use this fingerprint to unlock your phone. I'm going to click next, and it's going to, I think, show us how to see if that works. And we're going to click continue setup. It says you can keep going or get your phone fully set up or leave now and get a reminder to finish later. I'm going to click continue and see what happens. It's going to load a little bit, then say talk to Google hands free. So this is your Google Assistant. This allows you to talk to Google and your Pixel 6 hands free. So if you agree, Google Assistant will wait in standby mode to detect a hey Google or certain quick phrases. I'm going to show you guys how to do this in more detail later on in the video, but it's definitely a useful part of the phone that you want to have. So I'm definitely going to click I agree. I definitely recommend you guys doing that too. And then it's going to load a little bit more, and then you're going to have to activate it using a voice match for Hey Google. So we're going to read this and then click I agree. And now it's going to ask you to access your assistant without unlocking your phone. So I'm going to click I agree one more time just to speed things up. But do read that during that process. After you have Google Assistant set up, it's going to take you to this pay faster with your phone. So I'm going to show you guys how to use Google Pay later on in the video, but we're going to click skip for now. And then there's tons of other things you guys can do in the setup process. So we can add another email account, get instant transactions, identify music around you. I'm going to show you guys a lot of these tips and tricks later on in the video. So I'm going to click no thanks, but I promise you we're going to go into detail on all of these things. So it's going to load a little bit more, and then I think we're going to be set up on our new phone. So if you want to get more tips and tricks though, you can take that. It'll take you to a YouTube page from Google, and there's tons of different videos of different tips and tricks for the Pixel 6. And they also have a tips and tricks page as an app on the Pixel 6. So if you guys have some more questions after this video, you can always go to these sections. I'll walk you through them quickly later on in this video. But just know that you have other resources outside of this video. After that part of the setup process, it's going to continue to copy your data. Make sure you have your other phone connected still, as like I do right here, and make sure it's turned on, it's unlocked, so the transfer process can continue to happen, and then soon enough you're going to be fully able to use your new Pixel 6. As you can see, your phone, your Google Pixel 6 is almost ready, and you can disconnect this cable, so we'll do that right now. And then it's going to show you all the different things that were copied and not copied. So almost all my stuff was copied from my previous phone except my photos and video. I'll look into that later, but if you have any more problems, I'm sure you guys can find that out or find some support later on or on your Google Pixel 6. But I'm going to click done. And then if you want to keep receiving text messages from your iPhone users, you're going to need to turn off iMessage on your old phone. If you have an iPhone or whatever it may be, if you have an Android already, then this shouldn't be a problem. But if I want to get text messages on my new Pixel 6 from my friends and family that have an iPhone, I'm going to have to do that. So just remember to go on your iMessages and turn that off on your old phone if you do have an iPhone. But outside of that, you can click done, and it's going to continue to get your phone ready. Now, once that's all set up, your Pixel 6 is actually going to teach you how to navigate your phone. I'm new to this process since I had an iPhone before, so it's going to be new to me. It's probably new for a lot of you as well. So basically going to learn gestures to go home, go back and switch apps, so let's try it. Swipe to go home, you're going to want to swipe up from the bottom of your screen. This gesture always takes you to the home screen. So to show you guys how to do this, what we're going to do is just go like that. It's going to tell you did a good job and you completed the go home gesture. So now we're going to learn how to go back. And to go back to the last screen of the previous screen you were on, you want to swipe from the left or right edge up to the middle of the screen. So I think it's going to be something like this maneuver. So it's going to ask us to try again because we messed that one up. So it's going to ask you to make sure to swipe from the right or left edge to the middle of the screen and then let go. So just like that, I messed up the first time, but we got it the second time. So we learned how to do that, and now we're going to swipe to switch apps. So to switch between apps, you want to swipe up from the bottom of your screen, hold, then release. So I think it's going to be something like this type of maneuver. And then basically you're going to be able to go to the previous apps to the left or wherever they are on the screen. So we got the setup process and how to maneuver the phone done, and we're going to click done right here. And now we are completely all set. We are ready to start using our phone, and we have to just swipe up to go home. And now we're going to dive into some cool features about the Google Pixel 6. So now we are officially in our brand new Google Pixel 6, and I'm going to give you guys a quick recap of what the setup process just taught us. So say for example we go to Gmail, and then to exit out of that I just swipe up and it takes me home like it showed us. And then say I want to go to the Play Store. So now to choose between apps, I have the option by just swiping up like that. And I just took a screenshot too actually. But now we have two of these, and if we want to clear these, all we do is just swipe up like this. And then also to access other apps, you see your 4 to 8 main apps right here. I'm going to show you guys how to add or reduce the amount of apps on this homepage later. But you see these 8 apps in total, but to access all the other apps that downloaded from your previous phone and the apps that come with the phone, all you have to do is just swipe up like this, and then you're going to see all these different apps that come with it. So here are all the apps. We can walk through some of these, but this is a big page of all your apps. Make sure to definitely check this out. Also, like I said, if you're confused or you have other questions, there's this tap for tips section on your new Pixel. So let's just click right here. And it's going to take us to these Pixel tips. So to find your apps, add home screens. I'm not going to walk you guys through this because I'm going to teach you guys this myself. But if you do have any questions, you can always go to the Pixel tips page and app right here. So a little bit more about the home screen is you obviously have your apps on the home screen, and remember to swipe up, you get your other apps. But if you swipe this way, it's going to also take you to your news page. And since it's backed up from your Google account, it's going to be stuff that already interests you, stuff that you like, stories that you want to read. So that's one of the coolest parts about this Pixel 6. If you have stories that you like to go on and watch videos or read about on Google, on your previous Google accounts, you can now have these automatically right here in this news section. As you can see, I love movies, I love superheroes, so there's tons of different stuff for me related to that. You'll also see that on your Pixel 6 homepage, you have this Google search bar right here, and this is going to take you to the Google Chrome search engine. So whatever you want to search on Google, you can do it right on the front screen of your Pixel 6. And you're going to see you have YouTube, Play Store, Clock, and Gmail. You can customize these obviously on your Google search engine, but you have access to Google's Chrome search engine right on your search bar, and you can obviously type it in, and you can use voice memo. So whatever you want to speak into it or look up, you just speak into it, and it'll come up on the search bar. I'm going to show you guys later in the video how to access the camera to take pictures and use that to find and search stuff up on the search bar, but that's a later part in the video. But for now, we're going to dive into some of these apps and other cool features about the Pixel 6. Another important thing to do once you get your Pixel 6 is go to Photos, and you make sure you don't want to miss out, like it says. You want to update your Google Photos app for the newest features. So click Update, and it's going to take you to it on the Play Store. And make sure you update because they have tons of new features that I'll talk about. But you definitely need to go update your Google Photos ASAP if you want the full experience on your Pixel 6 Pro. Google's Photos is updating on the Play Store. I'm going to show you guys some cool things you can do on Google Photos already. So we have a different section as our favorite, utilities, archive, and trash. These are your standard parts of any photo app. But we have our photos, our search. So if you want to search any type of category from screenshots to selfies to videos, 360s, and more, you guys can definitely do that. You can share. So if you add a partner account, you can give that partner access to all your photos. So if you want them to see something and you don't feel like sending it on your text, they can just go on their Google Photos and they're going to see it already backed up on their phone as well. Definitely a great new feature if you want to do that. Then we go to our library right here, just there. But if you want to create another album, you can do that. Add any title, select any photos you want. Just wanted to show you guys that as well. There's this section right here where you can print the moments that matter, like it says. You can buy photo books, photo prints, premium print sales, canvas prints. If you're interested in this, you can just go on this little shopping button right here and check that out. But that's a little bit about the Photos app. If you guys want more detail about that, let us know in the comments. I'll gladly go over more features about it. The coolest features about the Pixel 6 is its design itself. As you can see, it's a very aesthetically pleasing phone. It has a ton of different cameras for tons of different uses, has a really nice design, and it's also MagSafe friendly. So basically, you can now connect MagSafe friendly devices to your Google Pixel 6, and you can use those to charge or put devices on the back of it or any type of accessory. This device is also water resistant, so if you do get some water on it, there's no worries. It'll be completely fine, but it's not completely waterproof, so this doesn't mean jump into a large body of water with it, but you can get some water on it and it will be completely fine. But overall, it's a great looking phone, and that's one of the best parts about the Pixel 6. It's aesthetically pleasing look. So if you guys like the way the phone looks, I'm definitely glad you guys got this one then. So we're looking at the home screen of the Google Pixel 6 right now. Obviously, it's a very large home screen. It's a pretty cool feature. I have 8 apps set up on it, but you can add more. I'm going to show you guys how to do that later in the video. I'm also going to show you guys by holding down on the home screen, you can access different settings like your home settings, widgets, wallpapers, and style. So I'm going to show you guys those later in the video. You have your weather right here, so if we click on that, it's going to take us to our current location where we are. All our weather details, what it's going to look like for the whole day. We have all this access to weather. You can change, you can look at tomorrow or in 10 days. So you have a pretty good idea of what the weather is just by simply clicking on this tab right here on the home screen. But the home screen's cool, but remember, I'm going to show you guys later in the video how you can update it and make it even more personalized to what you like and what you want it to look like. You obviously have your Google search bar right here, so you can definitely use that to type in it on anything you want on your Google search engine, on the Google Chrome search engine. So this is a little bit about the home screen of the Google Pixel 6. I'm going to go and walk through tons of different features about the different apps on this and other cool parts about the Pixel 6. In addition to the home screen, you also have your Wi-Fi right up here along with your battery percentage. So this is going to basically be our control center. You're going to see once I do that, it's going to show where our notifications are. Obviously, I have none at the moment, but if I did, they'd pop up right here. But I'm going to bring that down, just right down on that. You're going to see you have tons of different options on this control center. We have our internet, Bluetooth, flashlight. If you turn on the flashlight, it's right here. It's on the right side of the phone. You have your do not disturb option, so if you want to turn on do not disturb, you can do that if you're busy. But let's go back to the control center right here, and then you're going to see we have tons of different features like the alarm, airplane mode. I'm going to go into more detail about all of these, but if you swipe to the right, you're going to see you have battery saver, screencast, tons of different options you can choose right from swiping down off the home screen just like that. But we're going to dive into these features later on in the video. I definitely recommend using that. I'm going to now walk you guys through some of the apps that are featured on the front screen of the Pixel 6. Obviously, we have tons of different apps we could go over, but these are the main apps that the Pixel 6 puts on the screen once you buy the phone. So we're just going to go over some of these briefly. We're going to start with the Google Play Store. Obviously, this is where you get all the apps that you want to purchase on your Pixel 6. It's a very cool store. This is my first time with an Android, so I never really actually been able to browse the Google Store like this before, but I really like it. There's tons of different options. You have your games right here. You have all these different types of categories based off of these games. Same with the apps. You have movies and TV on the Pixel Store. I didn't know that they did this. Like the App Store on the iPhone, they do not have a movies and TV section on the Google Play Store, on the Apple Store, so I found that pretty cool. And then there's also a book section. So this is basically your store for anything you want to find on your Pixel 6. So when you get your phone and you have it finally set up, make sure you go to the Play Store if you want to look at some cool apps, games, movies, TV, or books to download for your Pixel 6. The next app we're going to go over is the Gmail. I'm pretty sure you guys are, most of you would be aware of the Gmail app, but you got it right there on the home screen. You're going to want to sign into your account and then click Take Me to Gmail. And now it's going to have a lot of different options. So for example, we have Google Meet, which is now in Gmail. So you can have video meetings with live captioning and screen sharing for up to 100 people. If you want to learn more, just click that. I got it. So we have all our emails now. And if you want to add more accounts, you can do that. But I'm sure most of you know how to already work your Google Mail or your Gmail. So I'm not going to dive into too much detail about that. But just know it's good to have it right here. And I have my notifications on for my Gmail, so I'll always get a little noise or a little vibration on my Pixel 6 and a pop-up on the home screen or on the front lock screen when an email appears, which is very nice, and you just click on that notification on the home screen. It'll take you directly to Gmail for you to respond and look at the email.
I want to take a quick break from our video to invite you to join this incredible application that's giving out millions of cash prizes just for answering quick and easy surveys. So if you want to start earning real cash today just by taking these simple surveys, use the link in our description or go to bit.ly/getquickthoughts. That's bit.ly/GETQUICKTHOUGHTS. Now, using this link is going to help support our channel, but more importantly, it's going to make sure that you get access to their best surveys that pay out the greatest rewards. Now, using that link is going to take you directly to the App Store. And if you look down here, you can see just some examples of the incredible, easy and simple surveys that are paying out real cash rewards. So go ahead, download Quick Thoughts, and then on the bottom left corner, click sign up. And it's a really fast and easy process to get signed up for Quick Thoughts. And then right away, you're going to be able to start answering these surveys and being rewarded with real cash rewards. So again, the link's down in the description, or go to bit.ly/getquickthoughts to start earning real cash for taking easy surveys today.
I already showed you guys a little bit about photos and cameras and the cool things you can do with those different features on the Pixel 6. So I'm not going to go over those again, but make sure to definitely use those. They're amazing apps for the Pixel 6. But obviously you have YouTube right now. So we have our YouTube account. You can sign in or sign out of your account. But I'm pretty sure most of you know what YouTube is, considering you're watching this video right now. So that doesn't really need a lot of explaining. But yep, this is the YouTube part. It's right here, and you can maneuver this if you want it in this home screen or not. You can alter the home screen any way you can. Just remember that. So say you don't want YouTube in the home screen, just remove that. But I'm going to go on to phone next. Obviously, phone's pretty self-explanatory too. You have your favorites, your recents, and your contacts. You can also avoid spam calls with verified calls. So with verified calls, verified businesses can tell you who they are and why they're calling before you pick up. And if you want to add your phone number to your Google account to use your verified calls, you can definitely do that as well. And you can remove your phone number in the Google settings at any time. So I'm going to click agree for this. This is a pretty cool feature. I didn't know they actually had this until right now. So if you want to do this, this will prevent you from getting random calls that you don't know who it is. So I'm going to click yes, I'm in. And now verified calling has been turned on. So I definitely recommend turning that on. But obviously, if you want to make a phone call, you just search in your contacts. And to get contact information for places near you, you can allow your access to your location. So let's do that. That'll make it easier to find people near us. So allow a phone to access this device's location while using this app. That's what I'm going to choose. But now we have our contacts and our places we can call. So I haven't made any phone calls on this app, but you guys know how to work a phone, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not going to go into detail about that, but we also have one on the search bar right here. Keep in mind you also have the voice memo, so if you want to say someone's name who's in your contacts, you don't have to type it in. You can do that. Let's click these three dots. This will take us to our call history, settings, and our help and feedback. So if we go to our settings, we have tons of different options we can look at. I recommend going through all of these. If you want to change the sound and vibrations, the nearby places, any type of feature on your phone calls app, you can definitely do that right here on the phone app in your Pixel 6. Later on in the video, I'm actually going to go into a whole detailed explanation about the text messaging app, because I could honestly create a video dedicated to the text, and there's so many different features we could do. But besides those features, what you want to know is it's your standard text messaging, but it's on the Pixel 6, and there's a lot of really interesting things you could do that I didn't know you could do. So I'm going to dedicate a whole section later on in the video about that, but it's going to be really exciting when you guys see what you can do with this text messaging app. I'm sure you guys are going to be very pleased. We already went over the Google Chrome, but as you can see, we can create a new tab right here, and then we're going to have options to type in whatever we want, like you can do right here on your Google search bar. You also, if you click on any of this, it'll take you to the Google Chrome section search engine. So there's multiple ways to access it, but it's right here, and if you want to click on any of these articles, you can find those right there as well. But like I said, there's all these apps on the home page of the Pixel 6. You can maneuver this and change what apps you want on this page. I'm going to show you guys how to do that later on in the video, but this is a little introduction to the homepage of the Pixel 6. And I'm assuming you guys already found this out, but in case you didn't know, the volume is right here, the volume bar, and there's actually some cool features about that itself. So if you want to turn the music or the sound up and down, you can. Let me turn it up and down. But you're going to see there's these three little dots right here. So when we click on that, you're going to actually see, depending on what type of sound it is, you can change the volume for each of those. So as you can see, we have our media volume, call volume, ring and notification volume, and alarm volume. And I want to see what happens when you click see more. But then I'll take you to the setting page for those sound and volumes. So depending on what you want changed, what sound you want changed, you can just maneuver those in different fashions. So I like where they are right now, but I think that's pretty cool. It's not all in one volume section. You can alter each specific sound to what you want. I think that's really cool. So if we click done and then we click the volume section again, you're also going to see this live caption section. So you can turn that on and turn that off. I'm going to go into more detail about that later because that deserves its whole section. But in case you didn't know that about the volume section, I definitely suggest you check that out and maneuver each different sound volume in the way you want to. As you guys saw previously, I transfer a lot of my own apps from my previous phone to the Google Pixel, but there's also a lot of apps that the Pixel 6 comes with itself. So for example, we're going to dive into a few of them. Let's start with Calendar. So Calendar is actually a very cool app on this. I didn't expect it to be this cool. So first off, if you click this little tab right here, you're going to have the option to look at your calendar from schedule, day, 3 days, weeks, month. Honestly, on my laptop, I use Google Calendar over any other calendar, so it's kind of similar to that if you do use Google Calendar on your laptop. So we have all these different tabs checked off: events, task reminders, etc. But then there's also a lot of other things. You can click this plus button right here, and you can actually set goals, reminders, tasks, and events on your Google Pixel 6, on your Google Calendar app. You can also click right here. It's going to take us to each specific month. You can search different reminders, goals, dates, whatever you need to search that you have already filled out on your Pixel 6 calendar. You can do that as well. Let's see what happens when we click these three tabs. You can refresh and see if there's any changes that did happen. But I think it's a really cool app and it helps you stay on top of things. So if you are a person that wants to prioritize, I definitely recommend downloading or utilizing this Pixel 6 Pro's Google Calendar. I'm going to begin to use it every day. I just got this new phone, so I'm going to begin to set that up as soon as I'm done making this video. Before I dive into other apps that come with the Pixel 6, I kind of forgot to show you guys how to set up Screenshot or how to utilize Screenshot, so I wanted to show you guys that quickly. So as you can see, I'm going to go on tons of different apps just so I can have them in my open app bank. So now if I want to clear those or take a screenshot, I just swipe up from the bottom of the phone like this, and I'm going to have access to all my different apps. And you're going to see down here, screenshot or select. So if you want to take a screenshot, it's different from an iPhone or other type of phone that I've used in the past. So say I want to take a screenshot of this Google Store for some reason, I just click screenshot, and now I have a screenshot of that. I can click on that and I can edit it any way. I can send it, I can delete it. I can do anything that you want to do with a standard photo or screenshot. So in case you didn't know how to do that, then now you know, because with an iPhone, you have the home button, you have the power button and the volume button on different sides, so you just click it like that. That is not the case with the Pixel 6. You actually have them on both the same side, so it doesn't work in the same way. To access screenshots, you have to swipe up like that, and you're going to have to choose right here to do a screenshot. I showed you guys a little bit about the phone call app, but in addition to that, we also have on the Pixel 6 Pro, we also have our Google Duo app. So this is essentially the app that allows you to video call any of your contacts and have a video conversation or a video chat with them. And like I said, the cameras on the Pixel 6 are really nice. So even the front camera is super nice. So I suggest you guys try it out and video chat one of your buddies or one of your family or friends, and you'll see for yourself that this video chat option is actually incredible. The Pixel 6, like I said, has done an incredible job with its camera specifically. So if you want to have high quality video chats with your family, friends, or whoever it may be, definitely check out this app. And along with that, you can also screen record these apps. You can take screenshots. But right when you get the phone, you want to make sure you give your phone, your Pixel, access to do that. So if you want to record that chat to look at it for later for certain purposes, you can do that on the Pixel 6. You can invite friends, you can change your privacy in Duo. You also have your settings app, so if you want to change any of your settings for your video chat or your Google Duo, you can do that as well. But I just wanted to show you guys this app in case you forgot about video chatting on the Pixel 6. Another Google app I want to talk about is the Google Files app. So like any device, whether it's a phone, laptop, any other device, you obviously have some sort of file section. So the Google Pixel, depending on whether you get the normal one or the Pro, regardless, they both have tons of data you can use. So I have tons of storage, so that's one thing you don't really have to worry about on the Pixel. Also depends what type of plan you have. But as you can see, since I just got the phone, I don't have a lot. I only have my screenshots and my cameras. I have some audio that actually comes with the Pixel. I didn't know I had. But as you can see, don't have a lot. But if we click on this tab right here, it's going to show that I have 0 bytes of space saved. We have the option to share offline if we want to. We obviously have settings. We have settings for all of our different apps on the Pixel 6. So if you ever need to go to settings, you can obviously do that. But we also have a lot of other things on the file section. So for example, we have this clean section. It's going to show you how many junk files you have on your file section in the Pixel 6. And it's going to ask you if you want to clean this or get rid of this. So as you can see, it says cleaning suggestions, junk files, temporary app files taking up space. So these are different files or bytes on your Pixel 6 that it processes and picks up that you might not need. So it's actually a very handy tool. So if you never need to get rid of some data, or you're going over or getting close to your data limits, you can just go to this clean section and click the junk files and clear that. It'll clear up unnecessary space. You can delete large files. It'll show you how many large files you have, what's causing a lot of your data storage. And then I didn't even know they had that, but these are really great suggestions that they offered on the Pixel 6. So if you're having data storage problems, always just go to this page before freaking out or trying to upgrade your phone or something like that. I definitely recommend it. It's a very cool option on the Pixel 6. If you happen to lose one of your Google devices, if you even lose your Pixel 6 Pro, you can go on some sort of device that you own and find it with the location or the Find Device app on the Pixel 6. And if we click it, I'm going to show you guys in a minute, but if we click it, it's going to automatically make a little ringing noise when it finds or detects where your phone is or your Google product. So obviously I have it with me right now, so it's going to make that noise. I'm going to continue as myself, and I'm going to sign in. Once I'm signed in, it's going to make a little noise. I'm sure you guys are going to hear it when you do it, but it's going to tell you exactly where it is right now in Massachusetts, but it's going to show you, it's going to give you the option to play sound or secure your device. But this is a very handy tool to help you find your phone or any other product that you lose that's correlated with your Google account or your Google devices. So if we click right here, it's obviously going to take us to switch accounts. So if you have multiple Google accounts that are linked to different products, you'll be able to switch accounts and find the other product on that different Google account. You can rename your device, you can refresh, you can find help and feedback. But then again, if you click on your Google 6 Pro, it's going to give you information right here. So if you find your device, or if you lose your device, you can now find it very easily by just signing in to Find My Device on any of your Google devices or accounts. And I definitely recommend doing that if you do lose one of your products. Another great app on the Google Pixel 6 that I did not know actually is your Fit app. So I guess I didn't really realize that most phones probably do have some sort of fitness tracking, but I really like the Pixel 6's one. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about that. So you just put in your gender, birthday, weight, and height, and then you click next, and you're going to be able to track your activities. So you are going to be able to track your walking, running, cycling, or any type of exercise similar to that, and you'll be able to get some metrics like your steps, your distance, your calories burned, all that type of stuff. And to do this, your app needs to have permission to recognize your activity. So over time, your Fit app will also use this data to personalize your own experience and recognize activities and even recommend better activities to do. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to allow Fit to access our physical activity. So I'm going to allow, and now it's going to help me set activity goals, heart points, steps, as well as counting steps. So we're going to do this, click next. And how to score heart points, I actually don't really know what this is, but basically it looks like you score points for walking that raises, for activities that raise your heart rate, like walking, cycling, or other like cardio workouts similar to those. Click next, and then you can choose your goals. I'll just click the middle one, and we're going to set those. So now it's going to show me how many heart points I have, how many steps I've taken, how many calories I've burned during the last 7 days, weekly, monthly updates. I think this is really cool. I never really knew or dived into that much detail about this, but it's going to show us all these different metrics. Let's click on the next section. It's going to have our journal, so if you want to write down certain notes or set goals or something like that, you can do this in this journal section. You're going to have different activities you can look at, like your activities, body measurements, vitals, nutrition, sleep, cycling tracking. You can link different apps to your Google Pixel 6 to help track these metrics. I know you can do that. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. This phone is amazing. I didn't even know that it had such detailed apps like Fit on this. And then if we just go to our profile, it's going to tell us how many steps, what our goals are, such as our steps. Right now mine's at 75,000. How many heart points I want to set. All our different details about who we are, like our gender, weight, height, birthday. So this is a really incredible app, and I definitely recommend using this if you do, or if you are a person who likes to work out and track your goals and try and break your goals. Definitely go use the Google Fit app. Talked about the Google Files app, so if you're having storage trouble or if you want to see where your storage is at, you can do that on the Google Files, which is, I believe, is somewhere around here. It is right here. But there's also Google One. I wasn't sure what this is at first, but basically it's a membership plan if you want to upgrade and get more storage, access to experts and all different types of information, and access to different cool possibilities on the Pixel 6. You can do that. So if you get started, it's going to check your eligibility. So right now we have 100 gigabytes of storage, and it's $0 for 3 months for your free trial. But after that free trial is up, you're going to have to start paying for it. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but if you look up Google One, you're going to see that you have limited access to tons of different cool possibilities on the Pixel 6. Even though you already have tons of possibilities and cool options on the Pixel 6, you can even have access to more with Google One. Also have a Google Pay app. We have the old and the new version. I believe this is the new version, and I'm going to show you guys how to set up Google Pay. Basically, I'm not going to put any card information right now, but this is basically how you do it. You just put in your phone number. So I'm going to put that in quickly. You put in your phone number, it's going to send you a confirmation code again. You're just going to type that in right here. Then it's going to ask you a few privacy preferences, and then it's going to help let friends find and pay you directly through text message on your phone. I'm not going to set this up right now, but it's a great opportunity if you do want to get all these rewards and be able to act kind of like a similar app to Venmo or PayPal. So if you want to click yes, earn rewards, then you can do that, and you can improve your experiences across Google Play as well. And I definitely want to do this because why not earn rewards? So now we're in Google Pay, and you can send and request money. I'm pretty sure you have to attach your card. I'm not going to do this, but you can view offers, you can track your spending with Google Pay. So it's a very intuitive app, and I definitely recommend checking this out if you do have an Android or any Pixel 6 phone. It just helps you send and receive money, receive rewards, and other cool features. So usually I'm not the type of guy who wants to watch TV on his phone, but if you have a Pixel 6, they're relatively large phones, so it kind of is a nice phone to watch content on. So if you have the Pixel 6, you can go to Google TV. It looks like, let me scroll down and show you guys, it looks like this right here, classic Google colorway. And it's going to say, welcome to Google TV, movies, shows, and more, all from across your streaming services, all in one place. So if you have multiple streaming services such as Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure what this does is help you link your accounts. So yep, exactly what it is. You can select your different services and choose which ones you already have memberships for. I'm going to not do this right now, but I'm going to click done. And once you have that set up, it's going to show you all the options you can watch on your Google TV. I know Tubi right there, the first thing you see, that's free for anyone, so it's going to show us those. But if I put in my Netflix, for example, it's going to show different content or movies and TV that I can watch on that. I can create my own library. I can even buy movies if I want to that are not available on certain platforms. I can create a watch list. Tons of different things you can do. So this phone is relatively large, like I said. So it is not weird to watch TV on it. It also has a great quality screen. It has high HD cameras and stuff. So if you want to watch content on it, it's going to look really nice. It's going to be in 4K, and it's going to be very enjoyable on the Pixel 6. I usually watch my content on laptops, but I'm going to give it a try with Google TV. I think it's going to be worth it. One more app on the Pixel 6 that provides great content is the Google Podcast app. I believe it is right here. It looks like that. So you're going to be able to explore and find all your favorite types of podcasts depending on what kind of categories or interests you have. So as you can see, they give us tons of different categories, anywhere from news to education, business, comedy, so much more. And you're going to be able to listen to these for completely free for the most part. You can create a library based off of what your favorite type of podcasts are. And that's a little bit about another type of content app on your Google Pixel 6 that Google provides for you. But for the most part, these are a brief overview of the Google apps that you provide. I'm not going to go into any details about other apps that you transferred from your previous phone onto this because there would be no need since you already know those. You have a playbooks app right there, so you can shop ebooks, audiobooks, comics, and more. So instead of listen to a podcast, if you want to hear what you're reading instead of actually reading it, you can do that as well. We're going to click Get Started. And it's going to be similar to the Google TV app and the Google Podcast app. You can find books for free. You can shop books if you want. You can add a library. You can create a library with all your favorite content in that. So there, like I said, there's a ton of different Google apps, and they all have tons of different benefits. So definitely check all of these out and watch this video and go back to this video if you ever have questions about this. You can go to Google Tips if you have other questions. But overall, Google apps are incredible, and I really am enjoying what they're doing with this Pixel 6. One of the easiest and quickest features for the Pixel 6 Pro is the ability to contact your Google Manager. This is similar to Siri. If you guys don't know what that is, all you have to do is just say, "Hey Google," and basically it'll pop up, and you can ask it to do anything you need or provide any type of information. For example, it says take a selfie in portrait mode, but if you need your news, your weather, if you need to open your Gmail or you want to receive notifications, essentially anything you want to do, your Google Assistant will be there to help you. I definitely recommend checking out this quick and easy feature on the Pixel 6 Pro. One of the best parts about the Pixel 6 is its incredible camera selection, all the different types of features you can use when taking photos and editing photos. But one of the coolest parts of it is their magic erase. So this essentially allows you to erase any sort of picture or part of the picture when you take your photo and then have it completely removed. I'm going to show you guys how to set that up right now. So I'm going to use the Google Pixel 6 Pro box for this example for Magic Erase. So essentially what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a photo of the box, and now we have that saved in our camera roll, and I'm going to go to Edit right here, and I'm going to go to Tools, and you're going to see this Magic Eraser selection. So we're going to click on that, and essentially all you have to do to remove parts of a photo is just circle or brush the area that you want removed. So say we wanted to remove where it says Google and Pixel 6 Pro. All I have to do is just brush around that area. I could circle it or brush it. I'm brushing it at the moment. And basically, as you can see, it is completely gone. You cannot see that Google sign anymore. And I can do it with anything. So if I wanted to get rid of the phone or parts of the phone, I can do that as well, and they'll disappear. But obviously you can do this to edit any type of photos. I think it is a super cool feature, and you guys definitely have to check this out when you get your Pixel 6. It is an amazing feature.
I want to take a quick break from our video to show you the incredible application Rakuten. With Rakuten, you're going to start earning real cash back just for shopping at your favorite stores. And not only can you start earning real cash back today, if you use our exclusive link, you're going to also earn an additional $20 cash just for using our link and signing up for Rakuten. So to claim this $20 and start earning real cash back for shopping at your favorite stores, we're going to go to bit.ly/getebates bonus. Now, this link is also going to be found in our description, but again, it is bit.ly/getebates bonus. Now, you do need to use this exclusive link to get the $20 because we have partnered with Rakuten to get you the best exclusive deals just like this additional $20 cash. Now, this also helps support our channel, so we do appreciate you using this link, but you're also going to earn this free $20 plus other additional exclusive cash back deals that you'll find inside the app. So once you go to bit.ly/getebates bonus, you'll see all you need to do is enter your email, password, or you can easily link your Google, Facebook, or Apple account. Now, it's completely free to sign up, and once you join and spend your first $20 on any of your favorite stores, you'll get this additional $20 cash bonus. So I want to show you inside the Rakuten application. So you'll see right away that there are just a ton of different stores giving you real cash back just for doing your typical shopping habits. For example, at Forever 21, they're giving you a 20% cash back. Finish Line, you can get 9% cash back. At Adidas, 6% cash back. Now, the application's incredible, super easy to use. They even will separate their deals based off of categories. So you can see they range all the way from home decor and furniture to clothing, even food and restaurants. You can start earning real cash back just by using this incredible application. Now, if we go inside, say, travel and vacations, let's see what deals they have going on today. So if you use Vrbo, the incredibly popular company Vrbo, you'll get an additional $10 cash back just for having your Rakuten account linked. Expedia, you can get up to 3.5% cash back, 2.5% cash back from turnkey vacation rentals. As you can see, there's just so many options, and you're really just losing out on money if you're not using Rakuten. It's completely free to sign up, and you're gonna get an additional $20 cash bonus just for using our link, which again is bit.ly/getebatesbonus, or you can just go down to the link in our description and get signed up today.
We all love to spend time on our phone, but sometimes we can spend actually too much time on our phone. I'm going to show you guys how to reduce your screen time and see how much time you're actually spending on your phone right now. Basically, what you want to do is just go to settings, and you're going to want to scroll down until you see digital well-being and parental controls. We'll click on that, and basically it's going to tell you how much time you're spending on your phone that day. I've only spent 6 minutes, but it's going to show you that it's going to show you the apps that you spend your time on, which app you spend the most time on, which app you spend the least time on. But then there's also going to be this ways to disconnect setting right here. So these are going to give you options to help reduce your screen time. So for example, we click bedtime mode. Basically, when you go to bed, it's going to help you disconnect from your phone. So for example, it's going to silence your phone and change your screen to black and white at bedtime. Only alarms and important calls can reach you. So if you go on your phone a lot before you go to bed, I definitely recommend checking this tip out, because it's going to help you sleep better, and it's an easy way to reduce your screen time. Also, in the digital well-being and parental control setting, there's also other ways to disconnect. For example, if we click dashboard, it's going to tell you how much time you've obviously spent on your screen today, but you can also set timers on your Pixel to help reduce your screen time for certain apps. So for example, let's go to Google, and it's going to tell me how much I've spent on Google. Haven't spent a lot, but say I did spend a lot and I wanted to change the amount of time or set a timer to help reduce that amount of time I go on Google. Basically, I'll click app timer right here. I'm going to set a timer. So you can choose however amount of time you want to, but I'm going to say 20 minutes. And basically, you're going to have 20 minutes on the app, and once that 20 minutes is up, it'll close and it won't let you go back on that app unless you change it or if you request to. One of the coolest features about the Google Pixel 6 Pro is its Google Lens feature. This basically allows you to take a picture or search any type of wording in front of you with your camera and transcribe that directly into your phone. Basically, it's right here. It's this icon on the search bar. You're going to have this option of Google Lens. So basically, all you have to do is just take a picture or put it in your vision, and we're going to search by using the Google Lens, and basically it's going to come up and it's going to give me all this type of information with results and pictures about the Google Pixel 6 Pro, but there's way more you can do with it. So basically, as you can see down here, it's going to give us this homework, shopping, places, dining, all these different options to use with your Google Lens. So if you're having trouble with homework, you can use that to help solve a problem or get help online. Shopping, which we just did with the Google Pixel 6 Pro, it'll take you to the best deals online or any type of website where you can buy that product. Places, dining, so many different things you can do with this. I definitely recommend checking this Google Lens out right when you get your phone, and it's a great feature about the phone. I'm going to show you guys how to improve your sound quality that comes out of your speakers on your Google Pixel 6 Pro and make your music sound unbelievably amazing. Basically, what you want to do is just click this volume button right here, and you're going to see this little 3 dots. You want to click those, and it's basically going to give you all the details about your volume, and we're going to click this see more option. So basically when we do that, it's going to take us to adaptive sound. So make sure you click on that. I have it off right now, but I'm going to turn it on and show you guys. Basically what this does, it improves the sound quality from your phone speaker, and it uses your microphone to assess the acoustics near you, and then based off of that, it will adjust the sound equalizer settings for your environment. So this will allow your music or whatever you're listening to sound so much better, and I definitely suggest turning this on. We're going to turn it on right now, and basically every time music is playing or you want to play music or listen to a podcast, it's going to come out of your phone sounding way better than before you turned on adaptive sound. So to see this, I definitely recommend you playing music before adaptive sound than playing it after, and you'll definitely be able to notice the change. I noticed it very well. It is super cool, and I definitely recommend everyone should have this adaptive sound turned on your Pixel 6. A super cool and easy new feature for the Pixel 6 Pro is the ability to add widgets in a super easy fashion. For those who don't know what widgets are, if you have an iPhone, basically widgets are different folders of apps or information that are shown on your home screen. So it's very similar with the Pixel 6 Pro. I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. Super easy. All you do is just actually hold down the home screen, and basically home settings, widgets, and wallpaper and style are going to pop up. We can go over home settings and wallpaper later, but widgets, we just click on that, and basically it's going to give us different widgets to add based on what we want to have shown on our home screen. So for example, if we want a calendar schedule, I'm just going to click right here, or actually I'm going to hold right here and drag it into this area right on my home screen. So now this is going to stay here. If I want to make any changes to it, I can. Or if I want to add the weather, the news, different apps, whatever I want to add for a widget, I can do that on the Pixel 6 Pro. But it's super easy to do. Like I said, you just hold down the home screen and then boom, you got widgets at your own availability. I just showed you guys, you can add widgets to your home screen by simply just holding down the home screen, but you can also do other things with that, like choose wallpapers and styles of your background for your Pixel 6 Pro. So if we click on that, there's going to be tons of different wallpapers to choose from. All these are actually really cool, so I suggest looking through them because they're actually really nice pictures. I like a lot of these, but it's your choice, up to you. Then if you go down, you can choose different colors to choose from for your background, and then we have different themes. So we're in the dark theme right now. Basically, if you want to turn that on, we can go back to the white screen, which is what the standard is, but it's up to you, your call. Then we have this app grid section right here, and basically if we click that, it chooses how many apps you want shown on your home screen. So I have a 4x5 right now, but you can go low as 2x2, or you can go up to 5x5. So it's really your preference when choosing your wallpaper and your background. I like the way things are right now, but everyone's different, everyone has their own opinions. But I suggest going to the wallpapers app and checking that out. I'm going to show you guys how to detect any music near you and then add it to any of your playlists. If you're familiar with the app Shazam, you know that when you find a song that you like, you can just use the Shazam app and pick up that song and add it to your playlist. Now with the Now Playing feature on the Pixel 6 Pro, you can actually do that as well. It is called Now Playing. Let me show you how to set it up. Basically, we're just going to go to Settings right now on your phone. And then you can scroll down to find it, but I just like typing in music. It makes it a little easier to find it. And then we're going to go to music right here. And then right off the bat, it's going to show us this Now Playing feature. So basically what this does is when there's a song or any type of music nearby, your Pixel 6 will let you know, will pick that up and let you know what that song is, what's the name of it. And if you do really like this song, you can add it to your playlist, add it to your list, and use that song to listen to now. So I recommend doing it. It's a very similar setting like Shazam, but it is a great way to find new music, so I definitely recommend turning it on. I'm going to actually turn it on myself right now. I previously showed you guys how to contact your Google Assistant by simply saying, "Hey Google," and like that, it'll come up. You can ask it anything, and it'll provide any information for you that you need. But there's also another way to contact your Google Assistant, and I want to show you guys it. It's super easy. All you want to do is just hold down your power button on the side, and boom, your Google Assistant will come up. You can ask it anything. It's just an alternative way to contact it. If you guys want to contact them that way, it's up to you, your preference, but that's one other way to do it. Nowadays, most phones on the market have some sort of battery saver setting where when you turn it on, if your phone's low, it extends your battery life. This is a similar scenario to the Pixel 6. They do have a battery saver setting that you can obviously turn on when your phone's low. I should probably turn mine on as I'm at 60%. But the Pixel 6 also has an extreme battery saver setting. So basically, this is when you're in critical moments and you need your phone to stay on. What this will do is it will pause majority of the apps on your Google Pixel and then only keep the essential ones. So I'll show you guys how to set that up. You don't probably have to use it. There's not going to be a scenario where you're going to have to use it, hopefully. But if you're in an urgent issue and you need to turn it on, I'll show you guys how to do that. Basically, just click battery saver right here, and then there's this extreme battery saver, and you see it says never use because it can wear down your battery life if you do use it. So I definitely don't recommend using it, but unless you're in a critical moment. But basically, just click on this, and it's going to say extend your battery life further in critical moments. It'll pause most of the apps and notifications. Select the essential apps you don't miss. So you can choose any of the apps you think you're going to need when your phone's very low on this extreme battery saver mode, and then you just turn that on, and basically those apps will still be on. But then again, you don't have to use this. It's only in critical moments if you need your phone to stay on. And if that's the case, I definitely recommend using that. But otherwise, just use the normal battery saver. But it is good to know that you do have this option. Personally, I have tons of apps on my phone, as you can see, but for the most part, I don't use many of these apps. I only use my standard ones that I use on an everyday basis. But I just found out with the Pixel 6 Pro, you can actually move apps from the search bar into the home screen right around here. So if you have apps that you find essential or ones you use more often than others, you can add those ones to your home screen, and then those are the ones you can have easier access to. But it's super easy. All you do is say we want Amazon shopping to go into the home screen. I just hold it, drag it, and put it as a widget on my home screen. I can move it anywhere. If I want to remove it, I just drag it right here and do that, or I can uninstall. But whatever apps you feel are most important to you, if you want to customize your home screen, you can just take any of these apps, drag them right into the home screen. Super easy to do. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. You can customize your home screen in any way possible with these apps, but that's a cool tip for you guys to definitely check out. I'm going to now show you guys some really cool features in the texting app on the Pixel 6 Pro. Honestly, I could create a whole video dedicated to the texting on Pixel 6 Pro because they have tons of cool features that I adore. But to save time, I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones and definitely the ones that I think are the coolest in the next few clips. To start off, showing you guys a little bit about the text messaging on the Pixel 6, we're going to start off with these 3 dots right here because there are some cool features in that setting alone. So you're going to see we have theme, one-handed, text editing, and more. To start off, we're going to go with theme. I'm going to show you guys you can update and choose any color for your keyboard. For example, say we want to do red. All you have to do is just click that and click apply, and now my keyboard will be red. I think that's a really cool feature that I did not know they had. We're going to go back to themes. You can even download different landscapes to have in your background of your text messages. So say we want to do this one, for example. I'm going to download it, then I'm going to apply it. And now when I type, you can't really see it that well, but there is that landscape in my keyboard. So it's really up to you what you want shown in your keyboard. But you have tons of options to choose from. And if we go back on, you're going to see gradients, other light gradients, tons of different things you can choose from. I definitely recommend choosing that, updating your keyboard to what you prefer. I honestly like the red, so I think I'm going to stick with that, but it's up to you. In case you weren't aware, the Pixel 6 is actually a relatively large phone, so when you're typing, it can actually be hard sometimes to use one hand and reach across the whole keyboard to reach certain letters on the keyboard, but with the texting app, there's actually a feature you can use to fix this problem, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So you see these 3 dots that I talked about before. We're going to want to click those, and you're going to see this one-handed option. Super easy. You just click that, and now you're going to have option to type with either your right hand or your left hand. I'm going to do my left, so I'm just going to click this arrow, and now the keyboard is going to shift over to my left side. So now I can easily type and reach letters that I wouldn't be able to reach usually, or it'd be more difficult to reach usually if I didn't have this mode on. So this is one way to do it, but that's a cool tip for you guys if you are a one-handed texter. I definitely am going to use it when I type with my left hand. That's what I prefer, and definitely check that out. Another really cool feature about the texting for the Pixel 6 Pro is you can make your keyboard float. You're probably confused what I mean by that, but that's why I'm going to show you guys. You see the 3 dots right here. You're going to want to click that, and then you're going to see this floating tab. Just click that, and basically your keyboard is now floating. It's probably not what you thought it meant, but here it is, and basically the keyboard is now floating above where you type, and if you don't type for a little bit, it starts to fade out. But if we type again, it'll bring back the red color that I have, and you just type, and then it'll send right here. It's super easy to do. But then in case you want a cool little feature to do, update your texting, like the floating feature on the keyboard, just do that, and there you go. Those were a few tips and tricks about the texting on the Pixel 6, but if you want to find more, just click on the setting tab right here, and you're going to be able to look through all of these, and they're going to offer some other cool features to update and make changes to your texting on the Pixel 6. Another great feature for the Pixel 6 is its live caption ability. Basically what this means is whenever there's audio or noise coming out of your phone or speech, your Pixel 6 will pick that noise up and turn it into live captions that come from your phone. So you can do this with any video you watch or any phone call. So when you're talking with someone on the phone, their speech will actually appear as words on your phone. And I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. All you have to do is just go to settings right here. And then I'm going to go down to sound and vibrations right here. Just click on that. And then First off, you can see that you can change the sound and vibrations for any type of audio. So if you want your media volume different from your call volume, you can adjust those settings in the sound and vibration setting. That's a quick little side tip. But if we go down, you're going to see live caption right here. We just click that, and basically we can turn it on, and what it's going to happen is it's going to detect speech on your device and automatically generate captions for that. And you have multiple settings to do with that. You can hide the profanity. If there's any harmful language on that, you can shut that off or turn that on. But let's turn this on, and I'm going to show you guys an example in the next clip. Okay guys, in the last clip we set up live caption. I'm going to show you guys how it works. I just went to our YouTube channel and I clicked on one of our most recent videos to show you guys. So say I press play right here. Basically it's going to start talking, the audio is going to come out, and you're going to see live caption comes up. So it's going to show all the speech in text form on my Pixel 6. And then if I want to translate this, I can. And it's going to use live translate and caption to make the speech in other languages accessible. So if you want to hear it in a different language for some reason, you can gladly do that with live caption. It is a cool feature. I definitely think you guys should check it out. Just go to sound and vibrations on your settings and turn that on if you want your live captions on.
I quickly want to invite you to join our email newsletter AppFind VIP, where we're sending out the best mobile apps and mobile games directly to your email inbox. To get signed up, all you need to do is go to appfindvip.com or use the link down in the description. Once here, just let us know your name, your email, and then decide what type of emails you want to receive so you can start receiving the best mobile apps and mobile games. Plus, you're automatically going to be entered into our AppFind giveaways, where we're giving away free iTunes and Google Play gift cards every single month. All you need to do is be a part of our free email newsletter, AppFind VIP. So again, use the link down in the description or go to appfindvip.com to get signed up today.
If you're looking for some cool tips and tricks for the Pixel 6, I recommend going to the accessibility section on your Pixel 6 in the settings. All you have to do is just swipe up and then go to settings, type that in right there. And then we're going to scroll down all the way to accessibility. There are tons of cool features for the accessibility section. I'm going to show you a few of them in the next few clips. The coolest tricks you can find in accessibility on your Pixel 6 is the ability to change your color and the tone of your colors in these settings. So for example, if you want to invert the color of your screen, you can do that on accessibility. All you have to do is just go to text and display right here. And you're going to see this color inversion, and I have it off right now. So let's go to this. I'm going to turn it on. So basically my colors are now inverted. So if I go to the screen, it's going to look pretty cool. It's going to be the inverted version of all the app colors that were originally on the Pixel 6. So it's kind of a cool feature. I recommend the normal settings and the normal color, but this is kind of a cool feature you can definitely check out if you do like it. And then there's also a way to access it much easier. Is there a shortcut right here? If we want to turn on the color inversion shortcut, we just click that, and you're going to see this little accessibility tab pop up at the bottom of the screen. So now I have it right here, and I'm just going to click it, and it's going to turn it back to normal. But say I want to go back to inversion, I just click that, and that'll always be on the lower right corner of my phone. So if you ever want to flip between those, you can definitely do that with the Pixel 6 in the accessibility setting. One of the other cool features you can access through accessibility in your settings is the ability to turn on an accessibility menu shortcut. So basically this is going to be a section on your Pixel 6 where you can swipe up and access different settings through accessibility without having to actually go on your settings, type in settings, and go all the way to accessibility. So let me show you how to do that. If you're on accessibility, you just go to accessibility menu, and you're going to see we have this option to turn on accessibility menu shortcut. So when we turn that on, it's going to ask you to have full control of your device. With this, you're going to click allow, and now basically you're going to see this green dot at the bottom of the right corner in your Pixel 6. So we're going to click got it, and now once we exit the app, if I click this, it's going to take us to this accessibility menu. So we have access to our Google Assistant, our accessibility settings, our power. We can change our volume. We can go to our recent apps, change the brightness, change tons of different settings. If we click this right arrow, there's more. There's going to be quick settings, notifications, screenshot. So as you can see, this is a much easier way to get to accessibility settings and other features on your Pixel 6 without actually having to go into your settings app, type in the specific section for the settings, and go there. So I definitely recommend turning this on ASAP as soon as you get your Pixel 6. It makes things much easier to maneuver, and definitely check it out. Previously mentioned, going on your phone for too long before you go to bed can actually affect your sleep sleeping and make it harder for you to fall asleep. So with the Pixel 6 Pro, they actually have a setting that helps you disconnect from your phone when you need to go to bed to help you get that better night's sleep. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. Basically what we want to do is just swipe up and go to clock right here, and we're going to have this bedtime setting right here. And what it's going to do, it's going to help you set a consistent bedtime for better sleep. So when you want to set this bedtime, it's going to help you choose that time and disconnect you from your phone and listen to you soothing sounds. So to get started, we'll just click that right there, and it's going to have you set a regular wake up alarm. I'll keep it at 7:30 for all 7 days of the week. You can change that obviously. And then you have this sunrise alarm section right here where it's going to slowly brighten your screen before the alarm. You can have you can change the sound of the alarm. I'm going to keep it what it is right now. You can also have the phone vibrate, and you can have Google Assistant get involved as well if you want to. So I'm going to click next, and basically we're going to select a bedtime now as well. So I'm going to keep it at 11. And we're going to have a reminder notification set up where if it's going to be 15 minutes before your bedtime, your Google Pixel will let you know that it's almost time to go to bed and you should stay off your phone. And then it's going to go on Do Not Disturb mode when it hits that bedtime at 11 p.m. So you're going to have to disconnect from your phone to help you fall asleep. So I'm going to click Done right here. And now we have that set up. And it's going to, once you have this set up, it's going to show your recent bedtime activity if you want to. I'm going to keep it and click continue. So now it's going to show you how much time you're spending on your phone around the time you need to go to bed. So there's a lot of different ways you can alter this and to help you improve your sleep schedule. So I definitely recommend turning this on if you do go on your phone a lot before you go to bed, and if you think that affects your sleeping. I'm going to keep it because I do have trouble falling asleep as it is, so I definitely am going to keep this on. And if you have the same problem, I definitely recommend checking this out. If you guys enjoyed today's video, this was a complete beginner's guide for the Google Pixel 6. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave in the comments what your favorite part was, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more great content similar to this. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day.